We'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call. Meeting starting at 6:32. Roll call, Mr. Choate.
Here.
Mr. Beeler.
Here.
Mr. Valchef.
Here.
Miss Claire. Absent. And Miss Pescura here.
Yep.
So we wanted to take a look at the approval of the minutes. And although we approved the, well, first of all, does anybody have any comments on any of the minutes from the last meeting?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I did have one thing that I wanted to bring up about bylaws, but we can talk to that when we get to the motion.
Okay, do we need to move approval of minutes? I think.
Yep, okay.
Okay, move approval.
Okay,
Second.
okay, good. Many seconds, all right. Public comments.
Well,
we all
you're
know the
gonna have a
drill.
vote?
But do we have to, gee, see, this is why I'm not first. That's a vote. Voted, okay, good. Approve the minutes, everybody says yes, all right, public comments, you guys know the drill. Either of you have anything tonight? Nope, nope, Chris, no, okay, well, welcome, and we will move on then. So we move to item 5, bylaws, discussion and motion. And
Quick update on the
Yeah.
bylaws. Did we meet yesterday morning?
we met yesterday
Yeah,
morning.
so yesterday morning when we met, I discussed not revising the bylaws, and then I spoke with Alan that afternoon, yesterday afternoon, and he talked me into a clean version of the bylaws with the revised section of.
So for the record, we'll state then what that revision was.
Sure. And let me see, order of business, Article 6. Removing the strict agenda recipe and leaving more flexibility.
Yep.
To mold an agenda as the commission and the sheriff see fit.
Perfect. I think that was circulated and that response from everyone was, okay, yeah. Yep. Anyone else have anything on that?
I just want to reiterate the comment I made. The trigger that invokes is you have the ability then to remove already advertised agenda items. I don't have any issue with that, but I can see how that could create, you know what I mean? Like we have new business that we can add to any meeting, whatever anyone wants to bring up, because we have a new business already on the agenda. We have any new business anyone wants to bring up. A new business can be anything that's not on the agenda, right? But the way that we're saying this, you have effectively enabled an omission clause. So we could say, well, we're going to change this and not deal with that. We're going to table that until, next month or what have you. Is that my read on that? Is that correct?
Well, section 2 of Article 6 says the agenda may be amended by approval of the commission members at the meeting. Is that that's what you mean, Eric?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's,
So
that was, there's no change to that provision that had been provided or in an earlier draft, if that's what you mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like bringing that up and looking at it, what I'm saying is it evokes an omission clause. And are we okay with that is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. Eric?
Do you mean, Eric, that you can we could take something off the agenda at the meeting and not just.
Right. So you've advertised that we're going to talk about dog parks on the meeting. Then we get to the meeting and say, we decided we're not going to talk about dog parks.
I don't think
and
that's
you've
what
advertised that you're going to talk about dog parks. So
I
what
don't
you have the ability to do is to remove something that you've placed on the agenda.
I think that maybe we're not understanding correctly, and I'm glad you explained that because I didn't understand that was your intent from the original suggestion. So my understanding is that we will publish an agenda for every
Yes.
meeting. And that we will not change that agenda once it has been published for that meeting.
Right.
That's all we're saying, is that we don't have to be locked into it in a bylaws. But we will have a published agenda for every meeting. It'll follow all the regular lines of what comes out. And we will continue to do that and not omit things without things being on there. So that was my understanding.
It's okay to remove items from the agenda during a meeting. It's just not okay to add new topics, new items to the agenda during the meeting. And I know new business leaves the door open for new business, obviously, and that's kind of open discussion.
Sure.
But there's no motions or resolutions associated with new business. It's just kind of discussion.
Okay.
I think we're dancing on the head of a pin.
Fire, I think, is everybody clear on that?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So are we okay? Am I
Yeah.
supposed to do
Yeah,
something?
I'm okay.
Are we entertaining a motion? I'll motion to approve the bylaws.
Well, I don't care. Yeah, are we entertaining a motion to adopt that recommendation? It's already in there. Just the one that you mentioned, Alan.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the one I'm talking about. Okay.
Sure.
So moved.
Okay,
Second. We're only talking about Article 6, I guess.
correct. And then,
And then, so first by Mr. Choate, second by Mr. Beeler, and now a vote. All those in favor?
yes,
Aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Okay.
so that was about the article that Alan mentioned.
Right.
The one that I wanted to bring up, which is what I brought up yesterday to you, is given that so many of the same people are on so many panels and commissions, and particularly with notice to Mike as well, and we have a very light agenda. I would like to propose that we entertain a standard meeting every other month and call meetings when there's a topic on the interim months as needed. It feels like that is, if I look at what's in the forecast and what we have, it feels like that should be sufficient. It more than meets our obligation as a commission. And I think it would be the best use of people's time to do that. So I would like to propose that we just remove the word, the qualifier monthly, and again, up for discussion as to how to do that. But I don't think it serves us well to be having monthly meetings for not significant agenda items or not, important agenda.
Well, does the verbiage monthly mean every month, or does this mean we will schedule meetings once a month, but not have to be every single month of the year?
I think those are the same.
All right.
If you say once a month.
That doesn't say
implies-
once a month. It says monthly.
Those are your words.
Yeah.
I just was clarifying.
Okay. I said, it doesn't say once a month. It says monthly. Does that mean, Mike, we're locked into 12 a year?
That's how I read it.
Okay. All right.
You could also say in section 2 of Article 5, you could say the commission shall hold regular meetings and shall publish its schedule for the year in accordance with the sunshine law. And so the schedule is what and dictates what meetings you have. I mean, that's a way to clarify that. I mean, the fact is, I mean, it is true that unless there's a pressing piece of business, it gets the agenda is thin. And it may not be the use of everybody's time, including the public from that standpoint, but now that would be one suggestion if you want to do that. Just substitute the word regular for monthly. And the public schedule will be what dictates the actual schedule of meetings.
Yeah, you have legal obligations as a planning commission that are triggered by resident applications for something.
Yep,
You have legal obligations as a planning commission that are triggered maybe by a council stimulated zoning process.
Correct.
Sure.
Exactly.
Legal obligations regarding anything involving the comprehensive plan. And then there's maybe what I'll call the extracurricular, extra legal stuff that council may delegate down to planning commission for further discussion and analysis, consensus building, whatever that might be. And you're free to initiate your own topics of discussion as well. But generally speaking, I would recommend that those topics come down from council unless there's something that council just is not seeing that you want to initiate a discussion on.
You know, what I added to the comment, Mike, was if we just say on an as needed basis, and we can say that regular meetings are typically scheduled on the fourth Monday at 6:30, etc. But the salient point is as needed. The trouble that you have is if you publish a schedule of 12 meetings and you cancel them, well, that kind of has some kind of upstream from us issues from what I've come to understand. It's not a good idea to cancel a meeting. It's a better idea to have a thinner schedule, in my opinion, where we can always add a meeting with proper notice. What is the required notice? Let's say we don't have a meeting scheduled, just for example, in June, right? And so we realize that there's an as needed issue that council wants us to take up. So do we need 2 weeks? Is it a week? How much time do we have to advertise in order to be able to hold a meeting that has not been added to the schedule already?
There's a section 8 of Article 5 talks about special meetings can be called by the chairperson. And also, if there's in addition, if there's a majority of the members, they can ask for a meeting. But anyway, back to your question about what the notice is. Members of the commission shall be notified not less than 24 hours in advance, and notice provided to the public as required by Sunshine Act. So
that's the question.
It deals with, I think, your question.
Well, but no, my question is, what is the requirement by the Sunshine Act? Is it a week? Is it a day? Is it
24 hours? It's 24 hours.
So then I see no reason why we can't just say that meetings will be scheduled on an as needed basis. And we, in conjunction, we also have a regular meeting schedule. And you could say that schedule is every other month.
I think that's what we're saying then.
Yeah, I think that works. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would probably wordsmith that a little bit out in terms of when we publish the schedule, because what I've noticed in the past is there's a couple of times a year, July and August, where it's pretty hard to get a meeting on the books because everyone's doing their vacations and whatnot. And in December, same thing. So we may have 6 a year, but that might mean that there's one in September and October, but none in July and August. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And we can do that. Essentially, we have a schedule that we'll publish. Mike, the schedule that we would publish would be when we reorg in April, right?
I believe Charisma already published it for the calendar year 26.
Well, we
Yeah.
could amend that when we you know what I mean, when we reorg or when we pass the bylaws. Even we can amend that schedule, and it's no problem. We're not canceling the meetings. We're just reorganizing the meetings.
Right. That sounds right to me.
I'm good with it then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I think back to what we just talked about though, in section 2 of Article 5, I think if you scratch monthly and just put regular.
Yeah.
I think the rest pay because of what the provision of section 8 says.
Right.
So I think
That's right.
and then in April, we can republish the schedule in accordance with the reorganization. So, yeah, okay. Does that sound okay?
Yep.
So let me say this then. Let me move approval of the bylaws with the one word change and Article 5, Section 2, to change the word monthly to regular. And with that change, I'd move approval of the bylaws.
I'll second that.
Call for a vote?
Okay, now we have to call for a vote.
Right.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Seems unanimous.
All right. Okay.
Okay, good work.
Yeah.
Annual report review, moving right along. Oh, wait.
It's in the packet. It hasn't changed significantly. Probably everybody saw the email I sent last week when prepping this packet, addressing Madam AJ's concerns. So it's, open for discussion. You can do whatever your pleasure is on about.
Let's look at your changes. I didn't see any additions, but
Thank you for incorporating. I think it reads, I think it's effective and meets the need. And no changes.
It's
Oh,
certainly a lot easier than going back and skimming through all of the agendas. It's a great idea, Jim. I'm all in favor of it. I think the actual report itself is great.
with that, let me move approval of the annual report.
Second,
Call for a vote.
Oh,
aye.
Okay, good.
Work.
Aye.
okay.
Right.
All right. Any update on the traffic safety report?
Yes, there is. Jim and I have a scheduled meeting with PennDOT. When is that? It's in March, I think the second week in March. At their place down in Bridgeville, one of their offices down in Bridgeville. They apparently, as we learned, do traffic safety studies for free upon request. So we're gonna go to them and kind of work with them to outline a scope of work. I'm sure they have a way they like to do these things, so we will discover what that is and hopefully, adjust accordingly to what we need, but we all know how engineers are. They get.
Excuse me?
Whoa! Fighting words.
So yeah, we'll go down there. It'll be very productive. They were very friendly and welcoming, so it should be great.
I'm sorry, who are you meeting with?
I'd have to pull up the email string, but they're up the food chain locally a little bit.
Okay, cool. Great.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
what kind of stuff do they, that comes out of that? Like what kind of
There
artifacts?
should be recommendations for
Okay.
traffic safety, calming, whatever the recommendations might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it's a great start. It's a great start. Get some experts involved and tell us what we don't know. I think it's awesome.
yeah, thanks for bringing it up and adding it to the topics. So they'll do the study for free for the whole,
It'll be only for their roads, so it'll be
okay, for,
kind of the top of Crafton Boulevard, and when it turns on, I think Dinsmore is
Dinsmore 60. Yeah.
Dinsmore 60, so
Yeah.
it turns on, so Crafton Boulevard to Dinsmore. And they'll probably come down, they'll probably just follow it all the way down through Steuben, down through the historic district. That'd be the best way.
Still get all busy areas in front of the shopping center. Like,
They'll get the.
Great.
thank you.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear what you learn. Is it a good idea, Al? I don't want to volunteer you for anything, but would you be a good person to sit in on that, or
I'd be happy to if I'm
That'd be
available,
cool.
whatever.
That'd be great.
Sure.
It'd be great.
I don't want to volunteer you though.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. I'd be happy
Like
to.
a true leader.
Awesome. Can't wait to hear back.
Yeah.
Anything else before moving on to new business?
Nope.
New business, new business, new business. No,
I have none.
Nope.
Next meeting in April,
next meeting in April.
I will post on Facebook and make sure the word gets around.
We're skipping March.
Skipping March.
Sounds good.
If there's anything, I haven't heard anything to say it's
Yeah.
be any different than tonight, so.
Yep.
Okay, general public comments. Yep, Chris, yep,
Okay.
Linda.
Thin agenda.
Hmm?
So thin
Agenda,
agenda.
agenda, exactly. Right,
Okay.
great. Right.
No.
Well, if you're under the weather, I'm sorry. All right, anybody move to adjourn?
So moved.
I move to adjourn.
There you go. Second. Okay.
Shall we vote?
It's unanimous. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.